Hello, everyone.
Now this, I've been looking forward to.
So,
Yeah, and what have
that's
you
kind of
got,
what's
kid?
going on here. I was going to
Ready
make
for
a video
lesson in
earlier in the
turtle
week
power?
talking about,
Begin.
like, a serious discussion about Marvel vs. Capcom being absent at EVO, because I feel like I've maybe made fun of it too much, and haven't really, like, discussed how serious it is. But since I can't record gameplay and then record my audio over it while I'm editing, I'm letting the AI in Injustice do its thing, so you have something to watch instead of just my face, because my face is boring. So, and then on top of that, we had Broly and Bardock announced, and we had Ivy and Zalamel. So I figured I'm just gonna talk about all that in one go. So, we'll start with, I'm gonna start with Bardock and Brawly because it's gonna be the smaller one. I'm pretty excited. I have watched because as most of you know, I'm still pretty new to Dragon Ball. I've only seen the abridged versions of the first Broly movie and the 2 Bardock episodes. So I'm not familiar with what they're like in the actual, like, show, but I'm still pretty excited. Abridged Bardock has got to be one of my favorite characters in the entire abridged series. Broly's not bad, I don't mind Broly. I have a friend who's really excited for him, so... but yeah. So that's them. Zalamel and Ivy. So, I never... Okay, when I was first playing Soul Calibur 4, I was only into it for the Star Wars characters and the character creator. Like, that's what got me into it. I started to get more into it as time went on, but anyway, that's why I started. And so I never really touched Zalamel. I used his playstyle on one of my creative characters, but it was one I never ended up playing. So, I'm looking forward to actually getting to try him this time. My Soul Calibur 4 disc actually broke, so I can't go back and do that. I've used Ivy's playstyle on a couple of creative characters. I never really played Ivy herself, but I'm definitely looking forward to using that style again on a creative character. And yeah, I'll probably give more of the actual characters a chance. Recently I got back on Soul Calibur 5, and all I really did was go to the character creator. I didn't really play it. So that will not be the case this time. So then after that is Marvel. Okay. So I feel really bad for the guys at Capcom. Only because this game should have been the biggest fighting game of last year. It should have topped Injustice 2, but it didn't. And we all know the reasons why. It's poorly made. Just looks bad, sounds bad, and it's just not what anyone wanted. It played fun, according to everyone else. I only played the demo for, like, that free demo that came out, and the story demo, and I had no idea about anything mechanically, because they didn't have a training mode in those, so I had no idea what I was doing. But anyway, so Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite really has to do a lot, and I feel like maybe this is a call? I hope it is. I know a lot of people have said that, and I'm probably repeating a lot of things I've said about the game already. But I just, specifically on EVO, I hope this is gonna, like, I hope this is the wake-up call, because I want Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite to be a good game. I want to go and buy it and play it, but only if it's gonna be engaging and worth it. I kind of fell off Injustice 2 because I like a lot of the characters on the roster as characters, but as gameplay, I'm not crazy about a lot of them. Black Manta's my favorite DC Comics villain, and I like playing him. It's just, it's not as fun as I would have liked. Not enough to like keep me in it. The Ninja Turtles are fun, but again, I'm just at this point. I don't think I have enough in Injustice 2 to keep me going, other than just the Ninja Turtles, and that's not really enough for me. The difference is between it and Marvel. It looks good, sounds good for the most part. And they just did a better job with this one. It's the same thing is true, obviously, with Dragon Ball. I'm getting sidetracked. So, because I don't do these with a script. I never script what I'm thinking. So, I just feel like, I don't know. I want Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite to do well, and I hope Capcom sits down while EVO's going on, and yeah, other games are making announcements. Soul Calibur probably will make an announcement or two. Dragon Ball might. But I want Marvel to be. I want Marvel vs. Capcom to be back at the drawing board. I want them to be reworking on it. And I don't want them. Well, I think they might have to do an arcade edition update like they did Street Fighter V. I don't know. I'd have to actually go and look and see if Arcade Edition is selling better than Street Fighter V Vanilla. All I know is I want them to do something to fix Marvel vs. Capcom. I wanted them to do that with Street Fighter V, and I was a lot less upset with Street Fighter V, I'll admit. I thought it looked great. I thought it sounded great. Well, maybe not necessarily the music, but like the characters and everything. I liked the story mode. Not the greatest, but I liked it. And I wanted to know why it is that Street Fighter V is, I don't know, feels more polished to me than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That feels weird to me, because you would think Marvel vs. Capcom, they'd shill out a ton more money to make it a better game. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a game that I feel terrible for, and I feel bad for Capcom for it. But at the same time, they made these decisions consciously. They knew what they were doing, and they still went ahead and did all of it. So maybe I can't feel too bad. I don't know. I can't help but feel a little sorry for the Capcom guys. They have not done well with fighting games in the last couple of years. And it's really unfortunate, because Marvel vs. Capcom 3, as you know, is the first fighting game, other than Smash Brothers, that I got into. It got me into Street Fighter, and by extension, everything else that I've gotten into, except for Soul Calibur, because I got into that because Yoda and Darth Vader. Yeah, it's just... I can't help but feel bad. I know I've said that a lot. I'm just like... That's how I feel about it. I feel bad that it happened this way. Because I was so excited when they announced it. It was like, yes, Marvel's back! Like, I don't have the long history that everyone else has, but I do have fond memories of it. Marvel 3, obviously, and Ultimate Marvel 3. But I also play a lot of... Well, I used to. We haven't been there in a long time. There's an arcade here in town called Camelot Park, and it has Marvel vs. Capcom 2. A couple other old fighting game arcade machines. All I ever do when we go there is I play Marvel 2. And yeah, I get destroyed all the time, but I'm having so much fun. And so, I feel bad that this is what happened to Marvel. It deserved better, but it didn't get it. And like the moment where I just kind of fell off the hype train honestly, I feel like was kind of early. Yeah. That's kind of what I think about the whole situation. I think it's borderline a tragedy in the FGC that this has happened to one of our biggest franchises. But at the same time, I don't like. I feel bad for the guys who made it. I should clarify. When I say I feel bad for Capcom, I mean like I feel bad for the developers and the people who actually love the game. But at the same time, I don't feel bad for the guys who made the decisions that, oh, this game looks great. Oh, this game sounds fine. The people who made those decisions, I feel bad for the people who care about this franchise, didn't want the game to turn out like this, but had to do it because that's what the boss said.
Tried to collect you too.
And I don't know how many, if any, there are there, but I assume that there's some. And I feel bad for those guys. It stinks. It really stinks. Also, is something I say a lot, I know. Anyway, that's what I think about the whole situation. I think it's unfortunate, but it had to happen. So hopefully this will take care of it. Hopefully this will help set Capcom on the right road, and they'll get to work on what they need to change. So what do you guys think of everything with Marvel-less EVO, Bardock and Broly, or Broly? I've heard it both ways. Don't fight me. Zalomel and Ivy. What do you most want to see next in Dragon Ball? Most next in Soul Calibur. And do you want Capcom to fix Marvel, or do you want them to jump off that boat and just get ready for another one that will be better? Let me know in the comment section, and I will see you all later. This is probably going to become a more frequent thing, by the way, me doing this. Hopefully it will be less incoherent than what it is right now. Alright, have a good day, everyone.